Alright, what is up YouTube? M40, we have 5 more Senka cards rolling on out, and I will say, seeing more support for this archetype is an extremely good thing. A lot of players, including me who read like the initial wave of support 1, I was excited, and unfortunately the archetype looked like it failed. I mean, this archetype has enough stuff that it could potentially kick off and be good, and considering we're getting wave 2 of the support here, it's always a good thing, right? So, our first new Senka monster is a fresh level 8, and it is the Senka Chief Kaudiop. Man, I'm probably terrible at butchering these names, but you guys will work with me here. So, you only use this card's first and third effects once per turn each, and it is, in fact, a Fire Beast Warrior. Originally, I missed out, and all these guys are Beast Warriors. That's very relevant. Sorry, Broad Bull, you're never coming back. So if a card or cards your opponent controls is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can send one other card from your hand or field to the graveyard to special summon this card from your hand. This doesn't have a very good clause on it. I just wish that I didn't have to send something to the graveyard to beam this out, but I believe that that does have synergy with this archetype. This guy cannot be targeted by or destroyed by an opponent's effect while I have another Senka on the field. So we have built-in protection, automatically off to a good start. And then when this card destroys an opponent's monster of battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon it to your field in defense mode. Wonder how that works with Link monsters. So automatically out of the gate here, we have a huge body, 3,000 by the way, is quite incredible. I get to beam it out for essentially free. As long as my opponent has a field, I'll be able to run over something and special summon it to my field, and then I have protection from card effects while this is on the field. This is pretty good. For everything I do remember about the Senka archetype, though, the trap card was insanely good, but looking at how this card is built, this is a fantastic addition to the Senka deck. So, yes, kudos. I do know that this deck is very huge on boss monsters in terms of its average count. I wish we could be a little bit better about having to play all the huge monsters, because you are going to want to see starters in the deck, and not having enough starters is going to be an issue, because once again, like, I have to destroy something by battle or card effect to get to even beam this on your field. We should also bring this out from the hand. Maybe that'd be a little bit too good for Senka, having an ability like this that could beam itself out of the hand, or excuse me, out of the graveyard for additional card advantage. But alas, I'm asking for too much. Alright, our next Senka here is a level 6. This is Zihang Wan? Zihang? Alright, so level 6 comes in at 23,000. Not bad statted. So at the beginning of the damage step, when a Senka monster you control battles an opponent's face-up monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, that monster loses 1,000 attack. So I get an automatic ping down on an opponent's monster, and I also get to drop a 2,300 body on the field that will also get an additional attack. Literally, this whole deck just feels like for hires. Literally. I wish we could do something about that, but for hire the archetype. Senka monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle, except this card. Okay, so this card does give up its vulnerability. I guess I'll give that. And if an opponent's card is destroyed by battle or effect, you target one card your opponent controls and destroy it. Man, these warlords literally are going in for the kill with this whole archetype. Literally, your opponent should not have a field. I literally think that this deck is going to be based... Actually, this deck is going second. Alright, cool. We've already figured out how to beat Senka. Make them go first. That's literally all you do. You see the Senka player playing, you know that like they have all these great extenders. They are like the best going second deck that they can possibly be. And then you see your opponent just, they clamp up. They're like, oh, you're making me go first? Like, ugh. That be how it be sometimes. So, but this card, another extender, power down, battle protection between card effects and other stuff when combined with other cards. Like, passing that battle effect on to another monster seems pretty good. And then that destruction clause to destroy more cards, yeah, you're literally meant to break boards with this deck. Next up here we have the Jin Wen. Oh man. So, this thing's 1100, 1800, level 4, another Beast Warrior. So, you can only activate this card's first and second effects once per turn each. So we can target one continuous spell or trap card you control, send it to the graveyard, and if you do, half the attack of 2 face-up monsters your opponent controls till the end of the turn. This is not a quick effect. They've learned from True Draco. If we could actually quick effect this, I would be massively happy about that. And then if an opponent's card is destroyed by battle card effect, you can target one Senka card in your graveyard, except for Jinwen, and add it to your hand. I'm really disappointed in this. I can't stress enough that this... Okay, so like with every other card being an extender, alright, just recurring back from the graveyard, that's not very good for what we want with this deck. Also, why does this not work as a quick effect? You could have... I get it, you can have 2. Alright, it doesn't say all. Alright, but my problem here, it should have been a quick effect, guys. Come on! Give this archetype something to have as a defense. Like, you can do it. You've proven to me in the past you know how to design cards. This archetype needs broken things. Then we have a wind monster. Mr. Z Huge Kong. That's not how you pronounce it, but... Alright, so this guy is level 4, 1,000, 2,000. Another Beast Warrior. Tenki's looking really good right now. I don't want to search for the other guy with Tenki, but maybe this is better. So the card is added from your deck to your hand by a Senka card effect, and special on this card. No! No! I can't add this off Tenki and special it. It's so bad. Oh man. When a spell or trap card is activated, quick effect, you can send one face-up Senka spell and trap card you control to the graveyard to negate that activation. You can make this a quick effect, but you can't make this guy a quick effect. Okay, that's fine. Also, it's only spell and trap card is activated for the negation. Okay. When a monster effect is activated, you control Senka Noble whoever Liu Zuan is. So one face-up Senka spell and trap card controlled the graveyard to negate that activation. Is he an old one? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, what? It said Leo. Alright, so that's an old one. Yeah, cool. So if you have the old one with this guy, you get to negate a monster effect. Okay, alright. So at least we have one form of negation in this deck, alright, in addition to the old support. Alright, cool. This is good. I accept this as a better card. And then the last thing we have here is the boat. Continuous, by the way. So, you can only use this card's first and second effects once per turn each. 100,000 arrows. Okay. So you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and one Senka you control. Until the end of the turn, half the opponent's monster's attack, and if you do, that monster you control gains that much attack. So you get to Ryoku of an opponent's monster, half it down. Okay. This card is sent to the graveyard, and you control 2 or more attributes amongst Senka monsters you control. You place one continuous Senka spell or trap card directly from your hand or deck face up, except for the 100,000 arrows. So we have a searcher for the other searchers. That's not terrible, honestly. I wish we could do something about more quick effects for attack modification so that this deck feels a little bit better, but alas, we're just not getting that. So final thoughts on this. Alright, so this guy is... Cow D is very good. It's another Beamo. It's another send your spells and traps to the graveyard, or Senkas. Get a 3k body on the field. That's really good. Zeng here is also pretty good. Beginning of the damage step, like beam out a 2300 body and power down the opponent's monster. Also very good. I don't like G-Win. Maybe there's some level of synergy I'm missing with this, but this card doesn't seem good. The Z-Huge Kong? This card is very good. I like this guy. And then the ships is alright. Not a super big fan of this. I get why we look at this card and why it's good, but I don't know, a little bit iffy on this. So what do you guys think about the new Senka support? Actually quite looking forward to seeing what more we're going to get for this, because see, we have 3 fire and 1 wind, which means there's more in here than hopefully just this. Could be wrong, but I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Alright guys, I'm out. Peace. The ride never truly ends. Thank you, patrons, for helping support the channel. Without you guys, I don't know if I'd still be doing this. And for those of you that like Cardfight Vanguard, FanCool40 is here for all your content needs. And those of you asking if I sell cards, mcoolgames.com for all your trading card game needs. Check the description for more interesting info. Thanks for watching, guys.